welcome to episode 121 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about setting up some type of negotiation goals for your debts. Like, what should I ask for? Some people don't know what to ask for, and I didn't know either. I had to Google and learn different things when I had to pay off certain debts. So let's go over a few things. So the first thing is you guys may want to ask for some temporary payment terms, like, more time to catch up on your missed payments. That's something you may want to ask for. More payments at the end of the loan. So maybe you want to just push back, say, hey, I know I missed 4 payments, but can I pay that later on? Can you just put that on the end of my loan? Maybe you want to ask for just lower payments in general. So if your minimum payment maybe $100, ask, hey, can my new minimum payment be $70? Can it be $60? Ask for a lower overall payment, or ask them, can they freeze payments? You may hear this a lot for student loans. They can freeze certain student loans for a certain amount of time, especially if you're having a hardship. So you can ask the same thing of like your credit card companies or loan companies. You just have to ask them. That's it. That's all we're doing. Say, hey, what do you want? All of this, you want to figure out what exactly you want. What do you want to have happen? And then just figure out how does that work and ask for it. Literally, just ask. That's it. You guys can also, and I suggest, ask for reduced interest rates. You can ask them, hey, can you lower my interest rate? Can you lower my minimum payment? And can you also remove the late payment penalties? I know when I used to be late on certain things, I say, hey, I know I was late. I apologize. But can you not charge me a fee for being late? Because it's going to mess me up even more. I'm going to definitely be behind even more. So you may want to ask them to remove late payments. I have did this for like being late on my car loan, being late on a mortgage, being late on credit cards, being late on loans. So I would say ask no matter what. Ask and you shall receive, okay? If you don't ask, you don't have a chance, okay? So just ask what they're going to say. No, okay, I'll ask you again next month. It's the same thing. Same in terms of too, we ask them, can they actually just freeze your payments? That's big. But guess what? If you don't ask, you won't be able to get it. And removing late payments, if you got late payments on your credit reports, you got to ask for that, okay? But if you don't ask, you won't get it. You can also ask too, can they lower your balance? And this is good for like debt collectors. So if you guys have some debt collectors or on your credit reports, then you could ask, hey, I know I owe $1,000, but can I just pay $300 and we just settle this debt out altogether? Like, this would be the end. Can we settle this debt? And can you delete it from my credit reports too? That's another thing. You may want to ask for a deletion. If I pay this, can you delete it? Whatever the amount may be. If I pay this, can you delete it? But that's something that you guys can definitely ask for. And then if you guys have some debt that is secure debt and you have certain collateral like a car or mortgage, you can ask them, hey, we talked about this in a previous episode too. You can ask them, hey, can you take back this collateral because I can't pay it off? Can you take this back in exchange of me having this debt completely paid off? Can you just take this item back, whatever it is? And sometimes they may do, especially if it's like a car, or maybe, like I said too, we talked about your house. If you can't pay your mortgage, you talked about them actually taking back the house too. So think about that and ask them to re-age your debt. And we talk about re-aging debt when it comes down to collection companies, but creditors can also re-age your debt too. So they're going to treat your new payments as regular payments. Well, that's what they're going to do. They're going to treat your new payments as regular payments, and they're going to forget about your old payments that you actually missed. Now, sometimes they will ask for a payment or two to do this. They may say, hey, we need 2 payments, or maybe we need 3 payments, and then we'll do this, especially if you guys are behind. But usually a lot of companies will do this, but they do suggest there's certain rules out there where they may say, hey, only do this once within a 12-month period, or do it 2 times every 5 years on a debt. So keep that in mind. Now, the biggest thing is you have to be aware when you ask a creditor, not a collection company, a creditor, to re-age your debt, because it means it's going to stay on your credit reports longer. So if you already had the late payments on the account and they go ahead and re-age it for you, just think about it. You're going to have, if you start being delinquent on this account again, you're going to have your late payments for even longer on your credit reports, and the account is going to stay on there for even longer. So please keep this in mind when you're thinking about asking them to re-age the debt. And again, this is for the creditor, not a collection company. We never want a collection company to re-age the debt, because it's going to stay on your credit reports for longer. And we won't have to worry about asking them to, because collection companies are going to try to re-age it anyway. So those are a few things that you guys can definitely ask for. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. If you guys have any questions, please call or text me 833-RICKITA, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. You can also go to my website, rickita.com, and schedule a call. It's right at the top, schedule a call. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have during our phone call. I'll see you guys there.